When the kid casually strolled back in, he completely mistook the back of the teacher's head for his balloon and yanked it. The teacher whipped around at him with pure fury. And as he tried to bolt, she ordered him to stand at the very back of the room. Totally unbothered, he secretly pulled out a phone hidden right behind the whiteboard and started casually scrolling. But suddenly, the phone started ringing, so he frantically hit it again. When the suspicious teacher marched over to investigate, he faked a massive thirst and grabbed a water bottle from a nearby stash. But the second he opened it, a literal cell phone popped right out. The teacher was completely shocked. The kid actually on the phone jumped up in pure
Itulog mo
panic.
na ko.
Suddenly, the teacher started pulling even more hidden phones out of the bottle, one by one, like a literal magician, completely exposing everyone. The whole class erupted into total chaos, and the frustrated teacher punished every single one of them. Furious, a classmate loudly blamed him for getting them caught, and a massive fight broke out. Seeing the angry teacher afraid, the rest of the kids instantly slunk back to their seats. But as the teacher dove in to break up the brawl, the kid accidentally snatched her wig clean off her head, leaving the entire room completely speechless.
Ang kangamapan nag-enroll na mo, teksan ni Titam. Pamula ko, kuyugon deta, may isa.
This kid's up.
Kay Nardin.
This might be the dumbest way anyone has ever escaped North Korea. You see, escaping North Korea is usually almost impossible. They have one of the most heavily guarded borders on Earth, massive fences, armed
Uwan ko nam, di ka maggaraw ka, di oras na.
soldiers planning their Korean man somehow escaped completely by accident. You see, back in 2012, this North Korean man got extremely hammered and passed out on a wooden board near a river. And that's when things got weird, because while he was completely unconscious, the river started carrying him downstream, and somehow he drifted right through the heavily guarded border between North and South Korea, past the soldiers, past the surveillance, still holding on to the wooden board, and reportedly still wearing only his underwear. Then hours later, when he finally woke up, he was in South Korea. Authorities later discovered that he never even intended to escape. Bro accidentally completed one of the hardest escapes on Earth while passed out. This might be the dumbest way anyone has.
Day 170 of running 2,000 blocks a day until I reach the world border. And for every subscriber, I walk 100 blocks. Yesterday we got 18 subscribers, so today we have to walk 7,600 blocks. Shout out to all my supporters in the comment section. I couldn't do this without you. Day 100.
This week, completing one of my hardest Roblox challenges, and all I had to do was click a button. See, I stumbled upon this game called Beat Obbies for Noobs, a game that consists of 33 parkour challenges like, there's a noob at the end of this course. First is a one-star rap. What do we have to do this? But after logging in, writing the game for 3 hours, for a college, and beating 32 out of the 33 stages, all I had to do was beat one more stage. Little issue, I couldn't find the final stage. See, the way the game works is you cannot select a level. You are just randomly assigned an obby, and no matter how many times I click this stupid skip button, I just could not find this final level. I don't even care if I get it, I just need to see that it exists. And because Chuck found this whole thing funny, they decided to make my life worse. And why is it saying that there was a hidden noob in the forest? In the bonus, you probably like to shout you to the other three fans. Good luck, bro. I'll see you in 8 hours. And so I went back, spending an entire hour with still no luck. So I'm gonna be honest, I decided to quit. Okay, I officially give it up. We know the obby exists. I did get 32, but the only way I can do the very last one is by sitting here and waiting for 1 in 2K, which is just not going to happen. But just as I was in the middle of outroing the stream, something crazy happened. It's going to take so... You're joking. You're not kidding. This week,
Grandma adored her little granddaughter. Every day, she would take her out for a walk in the stroller. But one day, Grandma suddenly spotted a plastic bottle. She quickly bent down to pick it up. But when she turned around, the stroller was gone. Turned out the little girl had fallen into a what she did, that she didn't even eat lunch. So the girl put on a funny costume and danced to cheer Grandma up. When she saw Grandma smile, she quickly brought over her lunch. Seeing how happy her granddaughter was making her, Grandma finally started to eat. To let Grandma feel what it was like to be pampered, the girl sat her on a tree branch and slowly pulled her along. As Grandma swayed back and forth, she felt like she was back in a cradle from her childhood and broke into a happy smile. But soon the girl ran out of energy, so she asked her big brother for help. Together, they played with Grandma and made her happy. Sometimes, though, Grandma was quite mischievous. After causing trouble, she would immediately hand the tool to the girl. The girl would pretend not to see it. The man seemed to believe her, but then he made the girl stand by the edge of a small river. Just as the man was about to get back at her, the girl dodged just in time. At the same time, Grandma was very helpful. Every time the girl was doing chores, Grandma would come over to lend a hand, and the girl was thoughtful enough not to put all the weight on Grandma. Grandma always thought she was working really hard, which left the girl feeling helpless. Yet when she saw someone actually making Grandma do heavy work, she would step in to stop it. Even if it meant she had to do the work herself, the girl did it willingly. But every time they went shopping, the girl would act just like when she was little. Whenever she saw something she liked to eat, she'd make a fuss and beg Grandma to buy it. And every time, Grandma would helplessly help her up, then agree to buy whatever she wanted. This girl must be the happiest person in the world. Do you still remember the stories between you and your grandma when you were little?
This tsunami reporter accidentally captured the most iconic surfing video ever recorded. This tsunami reporter accidentally captured the most iconic surfing video ever recorded. This tsunami reporter accidentally
To keep Grandpa from embarrassing himself on the porch, his grandson brought out a giant volleyball. Grandpa wasn't ready for it. He got knocked straight to the ground.
The only way to beat this Roblox game is by simply walk around it. See, in this game, jump is the same. And so the next stage is going to be a little harder. I'm going to stick my head in it. Okay, and you think you're so smart. I can simply, if I tap, W. Oh, my foot's stuck. No! That was your foot. Okay. So the solution to this is simply glide around it. This will take 9 years.
Nag-love shout out, sexy Chinita. Naka-play ang 8 hours mo. Ano ba 8 hours mo?
Now all that remains is the final stage. Small issue though. This is more like
Ito, malapit na matapos.
I just couldn't
3 hours pa, ang 8 hours mo. Naka-play.
and I had no success. And so I
Kagabi,
started
yung live mo kagabi na 8 hours.
I tried to listen to electricity brain rot. But it didn't really work, so I tried the next best thing. Pretend that I was Zach D. Films. This is a two-stunt wall, and the only way to beat it is by getting to the other side. Watch this. But in the end, only one song actually helped me. Don't forget your balls.
When your balls are hanging low and they wobble to the flow and tie them in a knot or into
Oh, this song has been a power-up.
when your balls are hanging low.
I'm the best. The only way to beat this Roblox game is by simply
35 years back, the soldiers who died in the war still come out of the tunnel each night to report to their commander. They still have no idea that they died long ago in the same war they set out to win. Each night, the blue-faced soldiers line up, salute, and hand over their war reports. The honest part is that their commander is still alive. He is the only one who made it out, and for 35 years, he has carried the guilt of why he lived when all his men died. When he saw those same dead soldiers standing before him, he started shaking. He tried to tell them the war was over, and there was no reason to come back anymore. The soldiers stood quietly, as if waiting for one last order, and right then the commander understood it all. He fixed his old uniform, stood tall, and after 35 years gave his last command. The The war is over. Head back. As soon as they heard the order, all the soldiers turned and started walking toward the tunnel. And watching them leave, the commander's eyes filled with tears. He felt like maybe today his guilt had finally come to an end. But then one soldier turned back. And in a soft voice, he asked, "Sir, am I really dead?" Then pointing at a light glowing on a far-off hill, he said, "That's my home. My mother must still be waiting for me, right?" Hearing this, the commander broke inside, but still he pulled himself together and said, "Your mother wants you to rest in peace now." The soldier went quiet for a moment, then dropping his head, he walked back toward the tunnel. The commander let out a breath of relief, but then the sound of footsteps started up again from the tunnel. He looked up and felt a chill run through him. All the soldiers were coming back. Why do you think the soldiers still couldn't let go, even after their final order? 35 years back, the soldiers who died in the war still come out of the tunnel each night to report to their commander. They still have no idea.
That man come get me.
I'm gonna trap players using warp arrows, which move so fast they can phase through blocks and instantly kill anyone. Let me explain. Normally, arrows can't hit Endermen. That's because when an arrow touches one, the game makes the arrow phase through blocks for 1 tick. And if the arrow is moving fast enough, that 1 tick is enough to shoot straight through an entire mountain and one-shot anyone. Here's the plan. I'm gonna get a bunch of friends to play a trivia game in a glass box. And since it's floating and encased, they've got to be safe, right? So they and then, out of nowhere, they get sniped and die instantly.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the shot. The way to go. So you guys are... Yeah.
When their parents were working away from home, a 9-year-old girl and her 7-year-old younger brother rushed to cover all the road on the way up to drive. The fire in the sky was a clear sign that a heavy rainstorm was on its way. Working together, the two siblings quickly protected the harvest their parents had worked so hard to produce. But what touched people the most was what they did next. After making sure their family's garlic was safely covered, the children didn't stop there. Instead, they ran to help cover the garlic drying in their neighbors' yards, knowing that many of them had no idea the rain was about to arrive. One elderly woman who owned some of the garlic was especially grateful for their kindness and help. Not long afterward, heavy rain began pouring down across the village. Even as the rain started soaking the area around them, the brother and sister continued helping their neighbors protect their garlic from being ruined. Their kindness, responsibility, and willingness to help others at such a young age.
Guys, I'm about to get my first haircut. It's only a little trim, so it's not going to be all too much, but I'm really excited to see how it turns out. Cabo, my girlfriend just let me know. I need you. แต่พูดว่าข้าวบนรถเป็นเงินบอกว่านี่อยู่
I wasn't going to let Wenwu's distraction go to waste. I had a plan. Because for some reason, Wenwu's best friend, Egg-chan, had magically appeared among the log-on, and nobody knew. I had no idea why he was even here, but if I played my cards correctly, Egg and I could work together to get us out of this situation. And soon enough, after shooting that arrow with the message on it, Egg had supplied me with 2 lost shields alongside the diamond armor required to complete full sets for both me and Wenwu. Wenwu, swap to your lost shield. Come to me, come to me, come to me, Wenwu, come to me.
What? Oh, this random robot player thinks I'm about to show him a special secret. What he doesn't know is that I'm on a Discord call with the owner of the game. Dude, so if you come over here, right, come to this bush. If you run through this bush like this 4 times, do that. 2, yeah, and if you stand on this one right here, type in fun done, your legs will break. Now watch. But of course we have to keep going. If you say in your mic, are you subscribed? Lightning will hit you. Can I get? You're gonna say it 5 times, 3 more times. Are you subscribed? Are you subscribed? Are you subscribed? Right, thank you. And of course, this got the attention of the whole server, so I decided to turn it up a notch. What just happened? Nothing. I discovered these like little glitches in the game. Yo, come here. Let me show you something. So I need one person to stand on here with a microphone. Can someone else stand here with the microphone? Me and Mike. Stand right here. I need you to start chanting, "Oh, meaty boy." Yes, I am. Oh, meaty boy. Okay, keep going. Louder. It's random, bro. Look, y'all wanna think you look like Steve Harvey? Huh?
A boy named Leo woke up to the sound of his alarm. 7 a.m. He got dressed, went to school, took a math test, ate lunch, walked home, and fell asleep. Then he woke up, 7 a.m. The same alarm, the same day. At first, Leo thought it was a dream, a nightmare. But no matter what he did, the day always reset. He skipped school, reset. He ran away from town, reset. He stayed awake all night, reset. Months became years. Eventually, the loop broke him. He stopped caring about grades, consequences, and even tomorrow, because tomorrow never came. One morning, while sitting alone on a park bench, he noticed an old man struggling to carry groceries. With nothing better to do, Leo helped him. The old man smiled. Thank you. The next day, the loop reset again. Then Leo noticed something. The old man still smiled. So Leo began helping other people too. A lonely girl at lunch, an exhausted cashier, a boy being bullied. Since the day would reset anyway, he stopped trying to escape and started trying to make someone's day better. Years passed. Leo learned everyone's fears, dreams, and struggles. For the first time since the loop began, he stopped asking, "How do I get out?" Instead, he asked, "How can I help?" Then one night, after what felt like a lifetime, he went to sleep. When he opened his eyes, sunlight filled his room. The clock read 7:01 a.m. The next day, tears filled Leo's eyes. He finally understood. The loop had never been a prison. It had been a lesson. For himself and started living for others, did time finally move forward. A boy named Leo woke up to the sound of his alarm. 7 a.m. He got dressed.
Sakit ibang bagay.
Can expired milk actually make you thousands of dollars? One man believed it could.
And so he built an entire business around that idea. He starts by breeding thousands of black soldier flies, and once they mate, he carefully collects the eggs they leave behind on wooden slats. After sitting for about 6 days, those eggs hatch into larvae, and that is where the real process begins. He fills rearing tanks with expired milk and mixes in soybean residue to create a thick 2-inch layer that gives the larvae everything they need. As they grow, he feeds them recycled food waste like bread, vegetables, instant noodles, and leftover dairy. And within just 2 weeks, those same larvae transform into something incredibly valuable. He then dries them down and ships them directly to livestock farms as a natural feed that helps animals grow stronger and faster. Can expired milk actually...
After Markiplier killed Wade in broad daylight, with everyone suspicious of him, he managed to outsmart the entire line by being brutally honest.
Outside weapons. Where was weapons? In their bottom middle.
Buksan na kayo kung kanya.
So where did you go? I went to do the thing with Wade. Wade's dead.
Wade's dead.
Yeah.
Did you kill him?
No! No! Maybe. We might have deserved it. But I'm gonna go with no.
I don't know if he's a genius or a moron.
This is big brain time. I was actually up in the medical
After Markiplier killed
Tumawag ka doon, malpas ka mga ano. Wala tibagang.
Sick brother. She fell sound asleep on the hospital bed. The doctor looked at the squatting brother in confusion. The brother punched her helplessly. The sister got up slowly. She lay down again soon after. The brother shook his head helplessly. After recovering, the sister came to pick him up. She laughed at him for getting into the car first. The brother gave her another punch. He checked the car's equipment
Sakit
carefully.
ni Hay, sa pagpapagpapagpapag ko, pati siya, pag tonsillitis at sa mga 2,002 na basket.
Then he held the handrail tightly. They got home and found the neighbor's
Buli
popcorn
ko,
branches
tagpunsi.
stuck in their yard. The brother picked a fruit and tasted it. It was sour and astringent. So he spat it out immediately. He called his sister over at once. He told a lie that the hawthorn was sweet. The sister ran over and picked one too. She felt nothing strange after eating it.
Tonsil lang, di ba, ganun,
She passed
pasibisi.
another one to her
Wala
brother.
kang
He was a
infection,
little
idaran.
doubtful. He still took a bite. He spat it all onto his sister's face right away. To get revenge, the brother hid by the elevator. He wanted to scare his sister.
Sublim
and
to
he
after
tried to
7
passerby
days.
instead. He met them again when going downstairs. He suddenly sensed something wrong. He failed to stop her in time. The elevator door opened. The sister jumped out. Did you and your brother?
We spent 20,000 hardcore Minecraft days building. Yes, this is my 20,000-day hardcore build. It's called Aikenwood. I started it like way back in COVID and pretty much just never stopped. We're each gonna pick our favorite build from the video and give them $10,000. Right
Sa
over here
ulit Hay,
is
si
big
Bagas.
when you're
Hello?
These are the funniest murder mystery Roblox moments that literally nobody saw coming. Because at number 4, bro is never playing this game ever again.
Hey guys, welcome back.
And at number 3, bro was literally fed up with all the hackers in MN2.
Tumawag ka doon, ako muna tibagan. Uling.
And at number 2, he started hitting buttons.
Stress ang kita.
These are the funniest murder.
I hired a Hollywood stunt man to win the world first
Wala,
ever
uy, yung ganda tabadok ka.
professional beat last year's
Mga isuti kayak na ka talaga.
The rules are simple. A wheel of cheese is released from the top of the steepest hill in the UK, and the first person to reach the bottom wins it. However, most people
Tawagan mang gabi.
they fall and break their bones. That's why I thought Hollywood stuntmen would be perfect. They do that for a living. But would they actually be able to do that? So
Wow, huwag mo na tibagan na.
a elusive wheel of cheese.
As they say, break the leg.
Take it all in, right?
May stress. Sakit ka ulo. Ano?
Sir, you were going 115 miles per hour. I hope you have a good explanation.
From where
Dash! Nay.
You're not think we can get to Judy in time to help. Unless you happen to know the fastest driver in the history of Zootopia?
Kani ba dugla tinaala to yung babada kan ti cut off ti entrance exam gilapas 65 kanon ka 66 tinaala na di nakapasa kay iso na 60.
That rat right in front of you is the head chef of this restaurant. It carefully washes its face and paws, then slips into the kitchen like it owns the place. Garlic sizzles in the pan. A splash of corn oil smooths.
Ano pala bibyangan dagat ka nagpaspasirok sa maysa. Nakabulog ka na.
And just like that, a perfect
Sa requirements na namuna lang arudin nga pa nag-enroll sa alam tatati ang ito deta bado. Ito brown na. Ringuran na kami.
takes one look and explodes in fury. No one sees what's really happening. The soup is served anyway, carried straight to the most feared food critic in all of Paris. One bad bite could destroy
Kapag na kuha, pati dagit pa nagprinta, ni baga na siya tagi print. Huwag pwede bagbaga di may isa siya
Crisis is over for now, but the chef isn't convinced. He orders Jack to recreate the exact same soup the next day, or he's fired. That's when Jack discovers
talaga nabatin, diyan mo ano, makakiusapan, di na mo tawagan ni Sharon, diyan mo biniyang
picks it up and hides it in a jar. He was supposed to get it, but one look at those innocent eyes, and he can't do it. Instead, he takes it home, and that's when things get even stranger. Its name is Remy, from the countryside. Unlike other rats, it refuses to eat garbage, only the freshest ingredients. Its sense of smell is incredible, even sharper than a dog's. It can tell its cheese came from a century-old shop,
Nagpatang kami
or
nga
if it
nahuli,
came from
baga
the
ng
freshest
alpi.
ingredients, just by scent alone.
Nagpakausap ko kini Carla, taasisan na.
Learning to cook by watching a favorite chef on TV. Like his idol to his own life. After harsh criticism, Remy was devastated. That's when the old woman spotted him. She grabbed a shotgun and fired. Remy ran for his life, scrambling up to the chandelier. Another shot. Chaos. The house erupted as Remy refusing to let him go. He fell into the sewers, separated from his family. Alone in the dark, damp tunnels, he flipped through the cookbook, mesmerized. And somehow, the chef from the pages seemed to come alive, speaking to him.
Ikaw mo Remy utagin na hindi. Isulat, ito na isulat
There it
eh.
was, Harry, and right in front of him, his idol's restaurant. He couldn't resist. He climbed onto the window ledge, only to see Jack inside, randomly throwing ingredients into a pot.
Pati dadiyan, dati ko mabuting house na GMS yun, kaya ano.
Then, his foot slipped, and he fell.
Most people live.
The developer of Bloxfruit did one thing that should have killed his game, but somehow it made it bigger. Most Roblox games update constantly, because when updates are slow, players get bored. But back in 2019, two developers called MyGame43 and Rip Indra made a tiny game called Bloxpiece. Another one-piece game, or at least that's what everyone thought, because Roblox was already full of anime copies, and most of them were doomed to fail. But these devs had a completely different strategy. Instead of rushing small updates every week, they disappeared for months, working on giant updates behind the scenes, new fruits, new seeds, and somehow every update felt like an event. Most developers were chasing players every week, but Bloxfruit did the opposite. They made players come back on their own. People weren't just playing Bloxfruit anymore, they were waiting for it. Every time people thought, yeah, this game is dying, another massive update pulled millions of players back in. One of Roblox's biggest games.
This man would call 911 every single night at exactly 3 a.m. just to play a recording of a woman screaming, then immediately hang up. See, the local police had become furious and would send officers to his house weekly, fining him thousands of dollars. Eventually, the news broke out, and the entire internet thought he was just some sick emergency resource. Months later, the cops finally had enough of it and raided his house, ready to throw him in prison for good. They tackled the man to the floor, but as they searched the house, the lead detective suddenly froze. As it turns out, the man wasn't pranking them at all. The house actually sat directly on top of a massive, hidden underground drainage hole. A missing girl had been trapped down there for months, but her faint screams could only echo up through his bathroom pipe at night when the city had shut the water. The man was completely mute and disabled and wasn't able to speak to the dispatchers, so all he could do was call the police. The man who everyone thought was some sick monster was actually the hero all along. This man would call 911 every...
Bro! Oh, it's like...
We gotta beat the game, bro. I'm hungry, bro. Let's go, let's go. Fuck me, my bro. I can finally say this straight. You wanna know what you are, Steve? What am I? You are a knicker. Kai, you wanna know what you are? Don't do Joe Street. No, don't do it, don't do it. You wanna know what you are? Stop. Okay, stop. I can stop. You wanna know what you are? Stop. You wanna black. African dirty black. Do so. What? I'm tired of your blessing. You always talk shit. You are not African American. You are.
Awan, kanta ni Jay.
This lady was streaming to no views, and she looked a little sad, so I gave her a follow.
Harsh, thank you for the follow. How's your on the street?
And when I asked her about her skin condition, she said
How is life with my skin condition? Difficult. The skin condition is genetic. I was born with it.
But then I noticed she was raising money for her mom, and when I asked her about it, she said this.
My mom was a nurse. She's no longer able to work. She's disabled.
So we sent her $12,000,
What?
and she ended up calling her mom, and this happened.
I'm the angel bunny. Somebody was donating $7,000. What? And then tipped me $5,000.
This lady was streaming to just then, a big truck drove by and splashed me from head to toe. When I looked at my reflection in the water, I had turned into a pink unicorn. My helix went together like a rocket, and even the head of a talent agency came looking for me. But right before the show started, the pink at the corner of my mouth began to peel. I rushed into the bathroom and touched the pink on my face. Just as my assistant happened to see it, she dumped a bucket of water over me, washing off all the paint and revealing who I really was. She snapped photos of me in that messy state, and threatened to post them online unless I left immediately. Helpless, I walked away. Because I had stolen the spotlight, my rivals wanted revenge. They hired people to throw eggs at me. My fans tried to stop them, but the carrot on my head was still not gone. The assistant captured that exact moment. My disappearance left my fans devastated, and my friends started putting up missing posters everywhere. Then I came back. This time, I was fully clear. I didn't want to live behind that illusion anymore. I wanted to be just. When I appeared again as a pink unicorn, I walked onto the stage, pulled the horn off my head, and wiped away the pink paint on my face, and told everyone the truth. I was just an ordinary boy. With my companions playing alongside me, my clear, powerful voice rang out. My fans waved their glow sticks they didn't care about me. Crowds passed away. I stuck a carrot on my forehead and disguised myself as a unicorn. Just then, a pink truck drove by and splashed me from head to toe. When I looked at my
The teacher needed to use a computer in class, but she could not get it powered up no matter what she tried. Turned out the socket was just a painting. She tore one painting off, yet another appeared underneath. There seemed to be endless fake sockets. Then she spotted another one nearby. Teacher thought this one was also fake. She tapped it and found it felt real. She tried to plug it out, but it still would not fit. She slapped it out of frustration. The socket fell right off the wall. Teacher felt helpless. Still, she had to keep looking for a real socket. She noticed the wall beside it was actually a baffle board. She pushed the board aside. Behind it were countless real sockets. With the classmates' hints, the teacher quickly found the nightstand. The students started to listen carefully in class, but when the teacher called on him to answer a question, he did not respond at all. The classmate patted him on the shoulder. He pushed his glasses up with a dazed look. The teacher grabbed his ear to lecture him. And the ear was also fake. He was actually listening to music secretly. Before the second class started, he took off his headphones in advance. He still got caught by the teacher. The teacher asked him to hand over the device. He pulled out a huge pair of headphones. Teacher paid no attention to this trick. She held out her hand again. This time, he took out a medium-sized pair of headphones. He even matched it with a giant mobile phone and a phone card. Do you think the teacher would let him off easily this time? The teacher needed to use a computer in class.
Bolton was playing this game until he met the owner, and what he gets is insane.
Operator speed.
city building game. In City Skylines, some Swedish players noticed how accurately the game simulated traffic flow and citizen behavior. So instead of playing normally, they recreated Stockholm's traffic problem and tested hundreds of solutions. They experimented with bridge placement, traffic light timing, car flow, and road lanes until they found a design that supposedly eliminated the congestion. Then officials recognized the data, and Stockholm authorities decided to use the design in urban planning, while professionals discussed the city's future by looking at the game screen. A real
This wicked weekend, I decided to save my mango tree from an ant colony. My tree is infested with millions of tiny little ants that keep eating the mangoes my tree is producing. I decided to stop them once and for all.
Literally tried everything. Traps, bait, whatever this is.
Finally, I learned that ants don't like peppermint oil, so I purchased this bottle of oil and this toothbrush to get in between all the crevices of the tree. Wait until you see how the ants reacted. They went crazy and started abandoning the trees. The only problem is now they're going to this wicked weekend.
After winning a massive $10 million lottery, the wife immediately packed her bags and handed her husband divorce papers. For years, the husband had worked grueling night shifts just to pay for her expensive lifestyle. But the moment she got rich, she called him a broke lunatic and kicked him out onto the streets. While the husband struggled to find a place to sleep, the wife bought a giant mansion, luxury cars, and started dating a younger millionaire. But her new boyfriend secretly had other plans. Day by day, he convinced her to sign suspicious investment documents. A year later, she woke up to find her bank accounts entirely empty, the mansion foreclosed, and the boyfriend completely vanished. Desperate and homeless, she wandered the streets until she looked up and saw a massive new billboard. It was her ex-husband. He had taken the tiny bit of savings he had left and turned it into a massive, successful business. Crying, she went to his office to beg for a second chance, only to see him happily married to a woman who loved him when he had nothing. Because sometimes greed blinds you to the only person who actually cares. After winning a massive 10...
Can you teach me how to play him new? I knew he wasn't lying because when I came over, he was doing donuts in the corner. Even when he started to shoot me, he was missing. Right when I was about to help him, he backstabbed me. All I was trying to do was help, but then he said he missed click, so I thought nothing of it. And that's when he did it again. So I asked, "What are you doing?" "Misclicked again," he said. Maybe he really did misclick. Right when I started to believe him, he backstabbed me again and emotes on me. "Ha ha ha, get trolled in a pro," he says. Once he showed his true self, I couldn't hold back. I started to try hard against this fake new. He is no match for my paintball gun. I was so locked in on winning, I got the score to 3-3. I'm so close to the win. This fake news wasn't pro at all. "You're hacking," he says. In this moment, I knew I had it. I eventually got the kill and won. Subscribe for a skin case.
The man gathered fallen leaves and attached them to a cat sculpture he had made, planning to create a leaf cat. But before it was even finished, it started attracting a lot of attention from passersby. People not only took photos with the cat, but also wrote their wishes on the leaves, turning them into part of the sculpture. Once completed, the leaf cat drew even more visitors who came to take pictures. Soon, every leaf on the cat was filled with warm wishes. What was even more surprising was that someone wrapped a red scarf around the cat during snowfall. The man felt very happy when he saw it later. He discovered a tree hollow by the roadside, so he used the floor and envelopes for it, and even left a small gift inside. Hoping to surprise the stranger. But when he came back some time later, he found a little girl preparing to drop her wish into the hollow. It turned out that the place had already become everyone's wish hollow. So the man came up with a new idea. He built a wish ATM out of cardboard and wore it on the street to give surprise gifts to passersby. At first, people were afraid to approach him, and only children were willing to play with him. But soon, more and more people joined in. One night, he gave a stuffed doll to a passerby, and to his surprise, the person was extremely happy and even lay down beside it, hugging it. Seeing the smiles on everyone's faces, the man knew that what he had done was worth it. If a wish ATM appeared in front of you,
tropical mango. This man decides to get plastic surgery to look like a wealthy young master. A few days earlier, that rich young master fell off a cliff and died. The man happens to find his passport, so he plans to impersonate him and experience the life of the rich. After paying the fees, Blackjack immediately performs the surgery and successfully transforms him into the young master. Then, the man flies back to the young master's hometown. But to his surprise, the one who comes to pick him up is the young master's mother. To avoid blowing his cover, the man pretends his vocal cords are damaged and stays silent. Fortunately, the mother doesn't notice anything unusual. The man is overjoyed for a moment, but the next second, the mother gives him an even bigger surprise.
It turns out that while he was away, the family business went bankrupt. All their assets have been sold off to pay the debts. The man's mind goes completely blank. He quickly rushes back to Black Jack, hoping to swap his face back. Unfortunately, he spent all his money during the first surgery. With no other choice, the man walks away. When he gets home, the mother has already prepared dinner and made the bed for him. Seeing this, the man immediately decides to enjoy it all, to squeeze every last bit of value out of the old woman. After all, ever since birth, he was beaten and cursed by his own biological mother every single day, so he doesn't believe in motherly love at all. Later, the man finds a job, thinking he just needs to earn enough for his own living expenses, and he won't care whether the old woman lives or dies. Then one day, the mother gives him a sweater that she stayed up late knitting night after night. After putting it on, the man is unexpectedly a little moved. Yet even so, he still can't bring himself to see her as his mother. That day, the man happens to spot two thugs collecting protection money from the mother, who's running a street stall. She can't pay up, so the thugs keep beating and scolding her. The man witnesses it all but chooses to turn a blind eye. When he gets home, the mother has already made dinner. Looking at her injured foot, and watching her stay up late, toiling over her knitting, the man finally softens. He stops pretending to be mute and for the first time, opens his mouth and calls her mom. Even though they share no blood relation, he is willing to treat her as his real mother. In that moment, the man gets what he's longed for his entire life, a happy family. Until one day, the man finds a pair of dentures in a drawer. Just as he's about to ask, the mother suddenly covers her mouth and runs out of the house. Confused, the man chases after her and finally finds her in a park. But right then, the mother suddenly collapses. After taking her to the hospital, the man learns that she has severe pneumonia. With her recent overwork, there is no longer any hope of saving her. Desperate, the man immediately calls Black Jack. This time, Black Jack doesn't ask for money and rushes straight to the hospital. Just as they're about to begin the operation, the mother suddenly wakes up. Knowing she won't survive, she calls the man into her ward. The man intends to confess everything to her, but the mother admits her guilt first. It turns out she is not the young master's mother at all. She is merely a servant. After the real mother passed away, she had Black Jack give her plastic surgery, hoping to give the madam's property. But to her surprise, the company went bankrupt soon after. With no one to rely on, she had no choice but to keep pretending to be the madam. During their time together, she found something more precious than money. She felt the happiness of a family for the very first time. If only she could live 2 more years. In the end, the man never gets the chance to reveal the truth. This man decides to get plastic surgery.
I'm looking for a man that wants to be a stay-at-home husband. I don't drink and I don't party, so it's okay if you have. So it's okay if you have a little side thing. It's not.
signal. Backup power kicks in. Everyone is losing it. The manager tells them to hold it together, heads to the control room. That's when Max and Guillermo finally let it go. Then the manager comes back with news. Power's fully restored, and she's sending 2 workers up to the surface to fix the signal. When the hatch opens, it's hell out there. Sand everywhere. Radiation off the charts. 80 degrees. The mountains in the distance. Warped and burned beyond recognition. They push through, almost finish the job. Then the wind breaks the equipment. One of them is blood melts.
Dito.
And now everyone knows it. They think this is their life now. Forever underground.
We did it. They believe everything.
But what none of them know, right at that same moment, up on the lake, the sun is out. People are everything is calm. The apocalypse, it was never real. It was all a lie from the very beginning.
He is clearly using the bathroom in his own home, but he is acting as cautious as a common thief. His mom instinctively looked over at his dad, realizing he hadn't been spotted. The man used all his strength to slip inside. His bowels were finally beyond his control. The mom thought her husband was coming down with some strange illness.
If you're trapped in a house fire, you should drop to the floor. You can stop a timer in your mouth if your cheeks feel like lasers. That's because you accidentally swallowed. It travels down your esophagus.
Red Lobster almost went bankrupt because of one menu item. In 2003, Red Lobster launched an all-you-can-eat snow crab for just $23. But what they didn't realize was that crab is one of the most expensive foods a restaurant can serve. Customers quickly realized how insane the deal was. Started staying for hours, eating tray after tray of crab legs, while Red Lobster was losing money on every single plate. And things only got worse because that same year, the wholesale price of crabs suddenly skyrocketed, meaning the more people ate, the faster the company bled cash. Within a few weeks, Red Lobster had lost millions. Subscribe to Munchable Mysteries for...
Let's talk it.
Still having fun? I don't need to use this.
Just put it extra less for your mom to eat. Nice packaging. Soy sauce and garlic, okay? Egg cracking, nice. Onion go in. Only using the white part of spring onion. Hopefully you put some raw stuff in. Rice go in, nice. Look at what the whole bit table rice. Sauce go in.
no gunfire, and there are no orders. They completely forget they are on opposite sides of a war. For tonight, they are just three young guys sharing a dinner. Once their stomachs are full, the three men stand up, preparing to head back to their separate trenches. Just as the enemy turns to leave, the teammate suddenly runs after him, whispering something quietly into his ear. After the two men part ways in peace, curious, the soldier asks him to tell him what to say. If you make it out alive, could you please tell my family that I survived? In the middle thousands gathered to honor him with a massive
take a disc, you lay it straight on the coals and flip it, or you take a ball and you bury it in the coals. A little bit of campfire ash, you can start to the bread. Tastes just like flour. That is good. Oh, you got the melted Gouda in there. That is good dry bread. I don't mind being cold. I don't mind. Number 25. I'm not gonna tell you. I bet you won't even get 25 emeralds in your whole life. You wanna bet? I'm back. Let's do it. Where are you? Look at you. Look at you. No, you never said anything about fire. Number 20.
This woman suffered from chronic bleeding for 12 years, and she decided to touch Jesus' garment. Watch what happened next.
Whoever touched me, who told me?
No, I'm still there anymore.
Yes, you are. Daughter. One piece of clothes would have healed you.
But it was instant. There's nothing like that.
I know. But it wasn't this. It was your faith. She was bleeding so long. She is clean. You have blessed me. And I know, daughter, I know it has been a fight for you for so long. You must be exhausted. Go now in peace. Your faith has made you well.
This woman suffered from chronic bleeding for 12 years, and she decided to touch Jesus' garment. Watch what happened next.
Whoever touched me, who told me?
It was me.
Oh my God.
I know I should have asked.
Let's do it. You're good, no? That's good. You good to demolition? Awesome, that's what you're ready. We're gonna talk real quick and that's basically what's going on with the laundry. What do you want? No, I'm sorry. I swear to God. I'm not happy. Yo, I'm just seeing that you need KSI's number, so I don't think you get professional number either. You wanna be next? No. Oh, I'm gonna do it right now, bro. Hey, you see me? You see the screen? You see me? You see me or no? That is high school speed number. Call it right now. If somebody calls in like the next 20 seconds, no, 10 seconds, 10, 9,
Mami Tess, thank you so much. Information world. Ito, mag-play na tayo. Sensya na kayo ha. Magsakit kasi ang ulo ko.
American dogs can be pretty weird sometimes. Like this dog, while she's sleeping, she'll only wake up if she hears one of her 3 favorite words.
Information world. I have headache. Mami Tess, ito na po. Test ko na. Sensya ka na, Mami Tess.
The guy starts saying all kinds of other words, and she doesn't even budge.
Si Chinita naka-play lang nga yung 8 hours. 8 minutes night ride. Mami Tess, night ride. Information world going to you.
American dogs can be pretty weird sometimes. Like this girl went viral after posting a video of her car completely burnt in flames as she
With 12 minutes and 57 seconds ads, Mami Tess.
She posted the video online, and it quickly exploded, getting up nearly 100 million views. The clip became so popular that it even caught the attention of the CEO of Scam.
Well, we're going to send you some stamps. But there's one more thing. We've never done this before, and we'll probably never do it again. But we'd love to replace you with one.
Shared a video asking her followers which car she should buy next. She eventually chose a brand new Mazda CX-90. This girl went viral after posting a video of her car completely burnt in flames. As she looked through the wreckage, she saw her
The information world. Here I come. Abdul Mudasan.
Starting off, please obey the systems. Only to find out it was a tutorial.
Okay, information world. Your video. 6 minutes.
Next up, responding plates on the first market fire to its limit by constantly raising it.
This trainer loves taking.
She couldn't stop laughing. The story quickly went viral across Canada. After seeing himself in the news, the burglar called the owner, apologized, and offered to pay for the door. The owner ended up dropping the charges, and even released company inspired by him. This drunk guy broke into a bakery.
What happens if you leave your Minecraft world running for millions of years? Well, most players think that nothing will really happen when other players are going to interact with mobs. However, what actually ends up happening in real life timeline is actually insane. Because according to this YouTuber, villagers would be the first mob to go extinct due to fall damage, pillagers, and even lightning, which would also burn down every friend of a block on the surface and kill nearly every mob, including chickens, ocelots, and armored skeletons, which are also getting shot at by hording, so that's possible to bring mobs to, which then causes the skeletons to shoot through, making them explode and tear down the world for violent players and eliminate almost all mobs except Endermen, who have accidentally
Adi, assalamualaikum. Going to you, Henny. Sorry, itok nilong. Henny is Mariachi. Ma'am Pita, mega love shout out. Sakit kasi yung ulo natin, mga kapatid. Kaya natulog muna ako ng konti. Watching. Going to you, Ma'am Iconic.
Just a cripple, but when gangsters see me, they have to bow to me. That day, they said my younger brother was killed by an enemy, but I knew it was not that simple. Because he was a killer, I personally trained. Then I walked into the gang boss room and questioned them why they failed to protect my brother. Maybe because I am crippled. They no longer respected me like before.
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
What? So I did not get any information, and I decided to look for the thug who killed my brother. But the police would not let me see him. It was obvious he had forgotten my strength.
Or did you start playing by the rules? I don't know.
Just like that, I met the killer. So I wanted to know who ordered him to kill my brother, but he kept laughing. It was obvious he did not respect me, so I said I would find his family and kill them. Finally, he started to panic. He grabbed my hand and said something to mislead me.
When you finally see my parents, those motherfuckers.
Going to you po, Ma'am Iconic.
Just let them walk. Because those assholes right now need to look back. So do it. They deserve to die.
I see. So you want a brother, Jim?
So I knew he had a younger brother. Then I left quickly, and he finally felt fear. So I started following his younger brother. He seemed to notice me. So
Will deal. Good evening.
when I approached him, a group of people appeared with weapons. But
Let's
I was
go
not
to you,
afraid at
Will
all,
deal.
because they were the ones who should be afraid.
Just all you. Your little ambush didn't work.
One person tried to distract me so the others could sneak attack me. But as a top assassin, I had already seen everything. Although I have a crippled leg, it
Ma'am
does not
Iconic,
stop me
andito
from
na
teaching
po.
them a lesson. Because their speed is like snails. This is not even a warm-up for me. But next, I will fight 100 people alone.
Japan fastest highway will deal. Latest video. Ma'am, I connect with ads. Will deal with ads also.
Because I do not want to waste time, I broke everyone's legs. Then I walked toward their boss and asked if he wanted to continue, but he actually begged me for mercy. Then I found that man's younger brother and recorded his voice for the criminal to hear. Finally, he told the truth. He said there is a website called the Tomb Room. Rich people upload various missions there. Those who take the missions are usually thugs. One day, he suddenly received a mission to kill my brother. The reward was $10 million. Then he hid in a basement, and when my brother was not paying attention, he carried out the assassination. I suspected he was lying because there is no way he alone could kill my brother. But now I know about the Tomb Room with my strong connections. I quickly found its location, so I wanted to settle accounts with its boss. But the staff here are new. They do not know I was once a top assassin. I am just a cripple.
Chinita naka-play. Magsisilusi naka-play.
And when he woke up, he realized with pure horror that the plane was completely off course. They were stranded right in the dead center of the Pacific Ocean, and the plane was running on fumes. To stop his crew from losing their minds, the captain hid the crew who desperately tried to radio for help. But instead of a rescue team, his radio picked up chatter from the Tertiary Japanese military, forcing him
Ginaka Reborn, nandyan ka pala. Ba't wala dito? Ano?
He finally had to break the brutal truth to his crew. Moments later, the plane came screaming down, crashing
scrambled out and deployed the life raft. His two crewmates managed a miracle escape, bursting out of the sinking metal at the very last second. But luck wasn't on their side. All their survival gear and rations sank right to the bottom of the ocean, with the last
Going to you, Jinaka Reborn,
Kabsat.
Kabsat.
Capsized raft and squeezed into the tiny cramped space. They spent a brutal night, shivering in the freezing ocean air, barely surviving the dark. But they had absolutely no idea. This was just day one of a nightmare survival story where we're pushed into the absolute. This retired military commander was stirring the noodles in his bowl with chopsticks. Just as he was about to take a bite, the spiciness of the pepper made him cough violently. Hearing this sneeze, the shop owner immediately stopped what he was doing. Soon, a scene from 40 years ago flashed in his mind. Back then, a comrade had eaten the noodles he made and had also been choked by the pepper. The comrade asked him why he had put so much pepper in the noodles. He said he was worried that his comrade might feel cold, so he had intentionally added extra pepper to warm him up. The shop owner thought the guest who had just sneezed was his comrade. Jason also sensed something unusual. Although 40 years had passed, he still remembered the familiar taste of the noodles. To confirm the other's identity, Jason stood up excitedly and walked toward the kitchen. With tears in his eyes, the noodle shop owner called out Jason's name. That familiar voice stunned Jason. Two battle-hardened top men reminisced about the times they had fought side. This retired military commander.
Jinaka Reborn, going to you.
After this guy showed every cell phone he's looked over the years, you won't believe how cool some of the older ones are.
These are the cell phones I've ever had. My first phone, the Motorola V110. It actually has a real antenna.
Juliet, good evening.
And this is the phone my dad called me the morning of 9/11. It's like a LG VX4400. It's like color-coded caller ID. You could set a color to your friends. And you know that friend was calling from across the room with this one right up, that color. And answer it like this. DLTND. My first phone was a camera and a keyboard. And it was cool because it could open and close the windows. DLTND2 is the worst touchscreen in the history of cell phones. Also, I dropped it in the pool, so I replaced it with
15 minutes, Jinaka Reborn. Pasasalamat sa inyong lahat.
no keyboard. One of my friends gave me this quick file. It does this. We had phone fidgets in the early 2000s.
With ads, Jinaka Reborn.
This man would shrink by a fixed proportion every single day. At first, he thought it was just a sign of aging, but later he discovered that many others in the village had also contracted this strange shrinking disease. He immediately called for Black Jack.
The U.S. president openly presses the nuclear launch button in front of world leaders. In the next second, tens of thousands of missiles head straight across the world. Faced with this unprecedented declaration of war, the leaders president extended
Concord. Hi. Yeah, you're in the Philippines.
launching their own nuclear retaliation. Seeing this, other smaller nations quickly followed, firing the few nuclear weapons they have. Within minutes, missiles from all countries gathered in Earth's upper atmosphere like stars, leaving every leader visibly tense. But the U.S. president remains completely calm, even sitting back and playing the game. This pushes the UN minister's anger to the limit. Just as everyone believes disaster is unavoidable, the president suddenly makes an unexpected move and activates the nuclear self-destruct system. The room falls into confusion, and to avoid becoming responsible for global destruction, the other nations have no choice but to follow and trigger self-destruct as well.
Still there, still here playing.
Nuclear weapons are neutralized. The U.S.
Mamitas playing.
With a single press, a massive tungsten rod is launched from the boat, dropping at 20,000 meters per second straight toward the nuclear packet. In just a few seconds, London is reduced to ruin.
Information World playing.
Here, the U.S. president opened
Wala, umiikot na lang. Lang.
Imagine if you do this, I'll put it on my YouTube channel and you'll become famous. But just don't hurt yourself. I think you got it. No rules.
Magpapaharang ulit, Ma'am Icon.
Chewing gum. Put it into the wrapper, making a chewing gum bomb. Then he took out a cigarette, inserted a fuse, then put in a tracker. Finally, he put on makeup, making himself look like a fuse. He also forged a passport. The next day, Jason deliberately provoked the police. Soon he was found a fugitive. In this way, he was taken to prison. The prison guard
I do not have any advertisement.
At there, Jason locked onto the target.
I am just promoting everybody's channel.
Suddenly, an assassin drew a knife to kill him. Fortunately, Jason noticed in time. He drew a knife and saved the gang leader. Thus, Jason successfully gained the leader's trust. The leader even invited Jason to his
Itlong harang, will deal.
the gang leader from behind. Soon, the leader stopped breathing. The bodyguards heard the noise. When they broke into the room, Jason told them to be quiet. Let the man pray. The bodyguards noticed nothing unusual. Jason went to the wall and stuck the bomb on it. He lit the fuse, swallowed the tracker.
Kisses mixed vibes, good
The
evening.
bomb blew a hole in the wall.
Junaka Reborn, +1 subscriber.
Dived into the sea.
Thumbs up
His
65.
partner found him by the tracking signal. Then he was rescued. It turned out Jason was a bounty hunter. His next target was this rich man. The rich man swam in the sky pool every day.
+1.
Jason disguised as a repairman.
Del Junaka Reborn.
Fixed 2 large suction cups on the glass. Then he tightened the rope. Opened the glass. Jason climbed outside the window. He climbed up like Spider-Man. Got below the pool. Fortunately, the guards did not find him. Jason moved slowly with suction cups. Then he used a drill. Make a small hole in the tempered glass. Installed a cone-shaped bomb. At that moment, the rich man jumped into the pool. Their eyes met. The next
Information World.
cracks began to appear on the
Is there any latest?
Jason jumped down at once. He slid back to the room along the wall. Meanwhile, the pool began to leak. The rich man was sucked down by the strong whirlpool.
Like 23 information. Kabsat natin, may galab shoutout.
He successfully faked an accidental death.
With ads, will deal. Dali kabsat natin. Another video, Information World. Tayo, kabsat natin. Pero hindi makakapagbakas ito, kabsat. Pero hayaan mo na para bagong viewer. Nakakatamsak lang siya. Ang ganda dito sa resort, Irusin, Sorsogon. Kabsat natin. Nakakatamsak naman siya. Wala nga lang bakas. Another video information here. Kabsat natin, naka-play na po. Cellphone kasi ng anak ko yan, kabsat natin. With ads, still in the ads will be. Abdul Mudasan with ads, information world. Will deal with ads, thank you so much. Information world, video 2. I'll update the others. Just a moment, please. Henny Berbendang Pelan, fully watch. Thank you so much, Henny. This is like 18. Mami Tess, thank you so much. Naka-play po. Thank you so much. Adi, finished your video. Information world playing. Adi, thank you. Mami Tess, ads pa rin, night ride. Malapit na rin ito sigurong matapos. Baka 10 na po. Night ride, Mami Tess. Nagpo-post-roll, harang siya, Mami Tess. Pasasalamat sa inyo, Ginaka Reborn. Welcome po. Kabsat Nati, may harang ka din po, Kabsat Nati. Dito sa unang video mo. Playing pa rin, 15 minutes si Ginaka Reborn. Will deal. Done your video, will deal. This is with long harang, 8 minutes and 13. Another one will deal. Video 2, the most relaxing back ride. Playing. With ads again, will deal with ads. Video 2.
A giant beanstalk burst out of the ground. Countless giants swarmed over, pressing it down, forcing it to grow to build a human world. They were very
Thank you din po.
their minds filled with
Ginaka Reborn, naka-play.
the beanstalk reached the human world. Giants poured
May ads pa rin si Kabsat Nati. Mami Tess, Tamsak 30 ito. Night ride.
charged with the human task from behind. Jack desperately tried to warn those ahead, but before anyone could react,
Video 2 po.
had already burst out of the forest. They were clearly faster than war horses.
Okay ka nagsundon, Ham. Kamali ba ka Heinz?
Luckily, wasn't far off, though. The alarm had already reached the city. The moat was filled with oil, and archers immediately shot flaming arrows of lazy brown fire.
Okay, sundon.
The moment the train retreated into the castle, the soldiers raised the drum. Jack dashed across at the very last step, but the two-headed
Mami Tess, video 2. Kabsat natin, naka-play pa rin. May ads pa rin, kabsat. Okay, another video, mami. Kabsat natin. Gift giving. Dito sa kaka-upload, tara po sa SM Clark. Mami Tess, tara po sa SM Clark. Will deal video 2, playing. 8 minutes and 50 seconds, Mami Tess, naka-play. For amazing friends, thank you so much.
My goal is to defend this with my life. I have 2 hours to blow the fence in 2 hours. I'm gonna show my coordinates on stream, and I just gotta defend the box. That's that is good, bro. Can I have teammates now? Yes. All right, teleporting teammates. Yo, we do that. Yes. Good. Hurry up. Who can we teleport already? I'll get it. Right. So you're already doing that. Good. Okay, I guess that is.
Information world, funny baby chicks, thumbs up. 16. Kawang kita na yung sinapa ni Jamon. Hines. Ikaw man na pa nagsundol. Alain kan ang tuktukom di kwarto. May sanar din ni Jai. Like 16, information world.
When I show my mom something I want and she says, go get my
Thank you so much. Another one, information world. Daluyong. Daluyong. Ano po yung menu? Daluyong. Gift giving. Kabsat natin. Naka-play. Ano ang main channel mo po? Daluyong kabsat. Para ma-play kita. Another video, information world. Will this still here playing?
Standing there like an art exhibit. Ranking most relatable life moments. When I show
To become the top sniper in the Special Forces, the guy had to sort every single bean by color. It took a ton of patience and sharp eyes. He spent 3 days and 3 nights sorting all the beans. Then he laid down on the floor and burst out laughing. It spooked the guards at the entrance. The instructor was worried the guy had lost his mind, so he went in to check. To his surprise, the guy had already finished the test. He even remembered the exact count of all
Video 3, information
the
world.
instructor was blown away, even though he didn't know the answer himself.
Pitay, mega love shout out. Ma'am Tita, mega love shout out from Kabsat, from Mami Tess.
He only had to scream 3 grains to pass the test, but he wanted to push himself. He went ahead and made a whole necklace out of the rice grains. That's how he aced the test. Around that time, the guy was training at the shooting range. He quickly counted the targets in front of him. Everyone was stunned, so the Special Forces decided to focus the training on him. But then something unexpected happened. One day, the guy was on leave and taking a
Fully watch Jinaka Reborn, 15 minutes. Fully watch na po, Jinaka Reborn. Ito ay 15 minutes. Still here playing Will Deal. Thank you so much.
Which would solve the money problem. He also told the hijacker not to do anything stupid, otherwise his mother would have no one left to take care of her. That talked the hijacker out of killing himself. So after getting off the bus with the guy, he was arrested by the
Thank you so much, Jinaka Reborn. Fully watch.
His co-workers all praised him for handling it so well. So what about you? Would you volunteer yourself as a A mother walked into a restaurant with her two sons, but only ordered a single bowl of noodle soup. The owner's wife gave them asked. They would like to add a few side dishes. The mother lowered her head awkwardly and said, the owner
Still here, Will Deal playing.
extra serving of noodles to the bowl. When the noodles were served, the two boys immediately started eating. Just then, the older brother suddenly stopped and asked why the mother wasn't eating. With a gentle smile,
Jilly Wen, mega love shoutout. Mag-play tayo, kabsat.
three people sharing one bowl of noodles, but the owner told her not to say anymore. Every family goes through hard times.
Thank you so much.
The two brothers outside started arguing. The older brother scolded the younger one for not leaving any noodles for their mother. But the mother simply picked a noodle off the younger boy's collar and asked if he was full. The innocent little boy said he still wanted more.
Jilly Wen. Sandali po, kabsat ha. Nag-open tayo ng anghel.
When I grow up and start making money, I'll make sure you can eat noodles every day. Holding back her tears, the mother left $5 on the table and walked away with her two sons. The following New Year's Eve, the three returned once again. They still ordered only one bowl of noodle soup. The owner discussed with his wife whether they should give them 3 bowls this time, but she reminded him that the family would not want to accept charity for free. So the owner placed 3 portions of noodles into a single bowl. The brothers had become much more thoughtful than the year before. They insisted that their mother eat some noodles. She reluctantly accepted the bowl, but only took a small sip of the soup. The older brother soon noticed that there were far more noodles than last year. So when it was time to pay, their mother tried to pay for 2 bowls, but the owner's wife firmly refused to accept the extra money. The mother could only bow in gratitude. Before leaving with her children, hand in hand, the 3 disappeared once again into the cold night. Another year passed. Prices had risen considerably. After the last customers left, the owner hurried back inside and changed the menu price of the noodle soup from $8 back to $5, right on schedule. Her mother and her 2 sons returned. The boys had grown much taller, and their mother no longer looked weighed down by worry. This time, they ordered 2 bowls of noodle soup. As always, the owner secretly added an extra serving. The boys continued urging their mother to eat, but this year was different. For the first time, the mother picked up some noodles from her son's bowls and ate them herself. It was the first time in many years that she had truly eaten the restaurant's noodles. She told her sons to always remember the kindness they had received. The wife in the kitchen burst into tears and hugged the shopkeeper upon hearing the words. But after that,
Opo, kabsat. Kabsat natin. May ads ulit.
15 years later, a man walked
4 minutes and 20 seconds post-roll. Jilly Wen, going to you.
puzzled. Then a woman stepped out from behind her. The owner recognized her immediately.
Will Deal, thank you so much also. Still in the ads, Will Deal.
But it had not taken away the gratitude in her eyes. And after 15 long years, the family finally ordered 3 bowls of noodle soup. A mother walked into a restaurant with her 2 sons, but only...
So, you know, there's... What's this one? Oh, you just type locks. Bro, how am I going to hit that? You eat that too. After I eat that too, what do I do, chat? It's like, it was far after. That is supposed to go, chat. What happened? You should roll.
Jilly Wen, going to you.
What's this one?
Congratulations. Jaya, mag-aral kang mabuti. Renjil Vlog. Renjil Vlog. Jam, kung may mo nagsundo. Sino ti kadwang?
Nagaran, isa.
Ang kapiyeg ko, magsukat. Mainit na. Galing natin yung ano, case. Mamitas may ads pa rin, gift giving. Ay, kabsat natin. Okay, fully watch for will deal. Another video will deal, video 3. Serene life. Serene life will deal.
These crabs were very clever. As soon as they sensed danger, they would immediately take a cautious defensive position. When a seagull flying overhead attacked them, the crabs retaliated, winning the battle, even ripping off the seagull's
Mag-review ka, Hardin.
Some ants were stockpiling food for the winter. Suddenly, an anteater attacked them. Seeing the situation becoming dire,
Nakaplay lang si Lucy, si Chinita. Information World, fully watch. Nagsiniliwasi kayo at nagbayag ka mo. Ang kapeg sukat. Magsagot ba mo? Ang toothbrush ka. Thank you so much.
Imagine waking up 1 million years in the future. You check outside and see flying cars, robots everywhere, and technology so advanced you can't even understand how it works. But most importantly, humans are still
Tara po sa SM Clark, unang tusok, Mami Tess. Kamsak.
that people don't even look human anymore. Over the last million years, they've evolved into something completely different. Still curious, you walk up to one and try to say hello, but it just stares at you like you're the strangest. Making the most relatable moments for 23. When someone tells an unfunny joke,
Ads pa rin, kabsat natin. Ayan, video 3 na po, Mami Tess. Kapag di ba agsukat ka? Uray pa. Kain kang kagtumar. Kain si.
Nagkuhanak ng kay Gila Pasidio, nagkuhanak lang, nagsam nakit, 65 pinalak bigay. Katigi, kita, get FP hole kat isa to 60.
Kapi nga minasat tamsamlay bagat at kanya. Nakikipagpatang tayo pay laang.
Aan nga, ada ginisa din ni Badok nga kwa, nga di post. Katigi lang, gilang post POA guidance mo.
Gilapas.
Siguro di forward na ang datay.
Mul. I-message mo nga picture mo ni Tita Sharon mo. Ikaw nga amin nga mo, timakisa ko kanya ka na sayaat. Pagurgurak ti kasta mo lang arudon, din pala ibaga. Nangalam dita result na? Napang ka nag-exam di lapas? Kung nakapasa ka magama, di may bagbaga kanyak, 60 ka nga igibagbaga. Kadeta ati pakitam kanyada. Amoy pakpakita di maisan. I-message mo ni Tita Allen mo, di nga sakti. Di ka babain. Picture'am deta. Makikon-connector pa'y kadya yun. Di ka lang mabain. Kaya tang te agbasa di jay. Baka mataragot og takati retaining policy. Ag-exam kayo every semester. Awan tag ballo-ballo. Terima kasih, kabsat going to you. Nakipatpatang laka di digitao tikwan. Campus direkturo. Tibagang mga 60 tinaalam. Cute ka. Ito ngamin nga sumumbat nga nalain. Kakalagbaga tatta. Baka dinayang data, mo madaya data.
Ano, dinaya ulit. 65 na kayo guys.
Gagay danda kay kang Dakati University nga napinda sa pagbasa mo kaya. Apaya gaputa agalan ni sandali lang po. Sandali lamang po i-restart natin yung yung Angel kasi naghang. Mang stress ka nga muna, tao. Yup. Sige po, Mami Tess. Pasensya ka na. Ang umtak man lito, anak ko nga. Umaaw-awatan. Stress ka kanyan. Kupiti, pakais-stress ak ti inaldang. Pasukan na, napalamutalan na, makurso. Visit. Nang stress kailangan mo na. Santo ang desisyon. Ito biyot. Pinunang. Nang stress pala ti tao. Stand ta. University nga data. Kadumot yung napinpintas. Biyot. Dapat mapan di am-amunan. Apan na mo sursurutin yung tigagon. Sirin Japan Drive. Will deal. Surun. Sexy Jenita. Nag-therapy, massage. Okay, Sexy Jenita. Naka-play lamang po yung mo. Yung 8 hours mo malapit nang matapos. Sinimulan ko kanina. Umaga. Nung pagkatapos mo Actually, bago ka pa mag-live, naka-play na yan. Nung natapos ni Sir Domingo, sinimulan na kita. Kasi yun yung pinamplay ko kay Sir, yun pinamplay ko sa. Malapit na, ano na lang to. Isang oras na lang, sexy chinita. Okay, sino nga ulit ito? Dali ha, nagbe-verify kasi itong ano. Mga stress ka pa lang muna, sakbay kang ako. Hindi may bagbaga kanya, kaya nga napang ka nag-exam jay. Okay. Okay lang. Okay, pinobram nga na saya. Ang kamot ko mga nakuneng. Namamutay aramido. Ika na ka mo ni Apo Diyos ti kanuno mo. Dali ha, nagkaano tayo, nagbe-verification code na lahat. Ay. Naghahanap ng verification code. Sandali. Yung mga angel ko. No, mang-stress ka. Bagbaga makasatis ko mo. Adang magamay na pangkamagam nag-exam ti sa baling daw. Amoy bagbaga. Pagwisit lahat ang anak ko. Ang kamo nga muno. Ang kamo makaw-awat Ilocano. Ilocano pa dito pa nagdamdamag ko. Trip ka. Stressin nak lang akong kanayon. Iso ti magustuam. Kala mabaid. Pero ano mauawatan Ilocano pa iti pa nagdamdamag ammo dedi kayat ko nga damdamagen Ilocano pa teka dita kadwam ti magustuam. Kala makainro kita papanawon kadto balay. Lagipon na ta. Ana nga naganak ti muno. Awan tanak ko nga muno. kaawat, Ilocano pa eh. Nauma kanya mon. Kuti pagsaksakitak data stress mit itod mo kanya. Lagi pang nata, ang kala nga makastrip, kumanaw gud to. Magpatanggam kin papa mo, ang kang agbasan. Uray ta amin nga opportunity kin bagami kanya mo. Ang mulak ta mo kayat. Gago, enrollment ten sa laag desisyon. Damdam nga nasayaat. Sabsabalit isungsumbat mo. Ang kamagkat nga muno. Nawatang. Ang kangalayanak nga muno. Nakasaysayat ti sa sao. Sabsabalit isungsumbat mo. Amom ti ka sa saume. Dagijay big boss dagijay. Campus director kada din dagijay. Makisasao day ta tao. Dugyot. Pita mo nababang at tao dagijay kasasaume. Turupe ka, gago. Ang mga inyanak nga muno. Pagbalbalin ng tabagin nga muno. May tikwak. Alak to pala deta result mo. Amo nga itad kanya. Dakag sungsungbat yang nga nasayaat. Sino ta nga masuron? Kung mga tanda ka. Nung ka nga dugyot. Kagurgurak deta kinaulbud mo. Deta ti kinaulbud mo. Mangisabsabul ka. Di mo nga ti kasasao ni titam ka dagi bubos DJ Lapas Campus. Apay bareng-barengem deta, effort na. Damdamagan mi ang sungbat ka nga nasayaat. Saan mo ka nga makabasa ti kasta? Magdala awan tag ship nun niya ti in-enroll mo iso. Anusam. Baga ko narigat di jay campus nga di jay ta nabara asideg ti karayan. Magustuhan met. Kanda ka ti university nga napintas. Amo kayat. So nga napan nagtrabaho ni amam jadayo. Tauray niya nga kurso ti alaem kaya mi nga pagadadon ka. Gusto dita? Ibilbilag na kay tulaeng. Padasa mga wanglat ang kalamakapasa dita kita. Manungal daw kang may stress kanya mon. Tumarak nga tumaran. Hindi nang pailaang turte ka. Amin nga kasapulan yung may ted. Urewan timor urno. Awan ti makibarbarkada, laglagi po. Papanawong ka dito balay nga dayto. Pakapere dyan ti salunak ko. Pagbasaan da ka di bagyo, ang mukayat. Pagbasaan da ka di lawag, ang mukayat. Di UNP, ang mukayat. Di takot di, eskwela nga daytan, ti kaya mon. Tugiyot. Laglagi po. Ang kalang makapasa dita kitaom, de agbalbalug kalaom kitaom. Ang kamang ibabain. Ang amudak di gijay, administrador di jay. Nakasasayati sa umi damdama gumi kanyam agsungsungbat ka tiyang usto agululgud ka. Gaputa amumon nga kasta ti cut off na namo nga teksan ni tita mo. Mega love shout out, Imelda Dumlao. Thank you so much. Naimbag nga rabi, umayak, nag-live kan kabsat. Uri ka ta, umayak kanyam. Thank you so much. Nag-love shout out, Matthew Whittington. Another video, kabsat natin.
Without thinking, he took the second. Maybe this was his last chance. He had hoped the truck could not find the steep hill very fast. A little relief appeared on David's face, but then his own car started picking up its speed began to drop and steering turn. He thought the truck would catch him. Then he saw a long downhill slope. Taking advantage of it, he raced down full speed. But in the end, his car lost control and crashed into the mountain. In that difficult situation, David somehow managed to start the car again and headed towards the top of the mountain. But when he reached the top, he saw there was no road ahead. The place was completely blocked. His last bit of hope was gone. Then one final idea came to his mind. He jammed the accelerator down using the back. Then, just before the collision, he opened the car door and jumped out. He wanted to save his life at any cost. The truck driver wanted David's car to be completely destroyed, but he did not know there was a very deep cliff ahead. That is why David managed to save his life.
Ay, dulunin. Nakapag-play ako. Play tayo ulit. Dali lang. Naka-play. Ayan, Mami Tess, another video. Adi, fully watch. Thank you so much, Will Deal. I'm staying also in your live video. Heinz, kag tumarin na ko. Heinz. DJ Kwan. Mananusam, may katulat ka. 3 minutes, Matthew. +1 subscriber. Apa yang mau tayan na? Kaman ulit ang hansip ko mo. Nabarapay? Ano eh?
Tahimik na tahimik siya, hindi siya mahalon.
Kabsat natin, nasa Zumba pa rin. Will they still here in your live? Okay, done ads. Ma'am, kabsat natin, another play. Video 5, kabsat natin. Sexy Chinita, nasa live pa rin. Malapit na.
Pretending to shoot, the actor squeezed and burst the balloon. The scene looked realistic enough, but the boy felt these were still not enough. He told the actor playing the soldier the entire squad is dead. It happened because of the order, but you cannot change anything. The actor nodded silently. His eyes filled with tears. They could have started him. He delivered a powerful performance. In the background, others ran forward and fell, pretending they were all dead under the young soldier was left alive. Seeing the bodies of comrades, he completely broke down.
Ayan po, Barbie, couple lang. Dalawang kumari ko ang nakadikit na sa'yo.
Everyone stood up laughing, except the soldier,
Oo,
who
mahirap
slowly
talaga.
kept walking forward, as if he had truly
Kailangan
lost
talaga
everything.
maagang
At
pa
that moment, the boy
pagka
knew
bata pa
the
lang at
scene
may
was
asma na.
perfect.
Kailangan
Later, the
talaga
film was
maagamot
released.
agad
The
po yan.
realistic effects were praised
Ayun
by
ang
the audience.
kadalasan na ginagawa.
Salamat si Tart, in-order mong makain.
Sa tabing dagat. Kasi yung simoy daw niya na naggagaling sa dagat, may kasamang alat daw yun eh. Nalalanghap. Yun daw ang nakakagaling sa asma. Kung malapit ka sa dagat at may asma ka, akahan mo nang pumunta doon hanggang alas 6. Saan man alas 5 hanggang alas 6. Okay daw po yun.
Another video. Dito sa cellphone ng anak ko, kabsat natin. Kamemo, nakaplay ang iyong live video. Mahigit 1 oras.
Ako naman takot sa dagat. Kasi ang pakiramdam ko, pag nandun ako sa dagat, pag
Mami Tess, another video.
parang magpatugtong lang sila. Ang pakiramdam ko ay mag-isa na lang ako sa mundo. Ayan na po. Dalawang kumari ko nakatikit sa'yo.
Video 5. Mami Tess, video 5. Lang.
Lagi pumunta dyan.
Senegal didn't believe that bullshit at all. In just 3 seconds, he figured out Luther's true intention. Without a doubt, Luther was planning to break out and take these friends who had locked up in the same prison. Smart with his discovery, Senegal returned to himself, only to find Luther already gone. In fact, Luther had disguised himself as Senegal and moved straight right out of the prison. After that, they arrived at a bank that looked just like a garage. This was Luther's target this time. The whole thing got held against $600 million. But since the code was known only by the bank manager and his pet parrot, Luther saw help from Craig, who had experience training parrots. Just then, a fat woman walked in and demanded an equal share of the vault's money. She was none other than Craig's old partner, the former super thief Brian. Even with one extra person, Luther started the operation according to plan. After all, he never intended to share the money with those two in the first place. Soon, he found the parrot that knew the code. But the moment he opened the cage, the parrot flew out of the room completely out of control. By the time he chased after it, Bonnie had secretly attached the truck cab to the garage door. Craig immediately jumped on, and the two of them unceremoniously hauled the vault away. Luther never imagined he played like a fool by those two incomes. Furious, he sped after them at once. The next second, Senegal's police started joining the couldn't find any trace of Bonnie. Just then, a pink truck came up from behind it. Jeepy immediately spotted something odd. The paint on that truck was clearly still wet and had been partially washed away by the rain. Ishikawa also felt something was off and suggested they tail it. They followed it all the way until the next day, when the pink truck finally stopped, but the vault inside had been taken away. On the other side, after moving it for 5 kilometers, Bonnie and Craig finally decided to crack open the vault. With years of bird training experience, Craig successfully got the code out of the truck. Just then, Lupin found their trail. Although the plane hit a small snag, in the end, Lupin still came out on top. However, what they didn't know was that they had barged right into a missile testing ground, and at that very moment, a missile was flying straight toward them. Ishikawa instantly heard the strange sound. The moment they realized they missed it, Lupin and Jeepy dropped the ball to Lupin. Only Ishikawa leaped straight toward the missile.
Oh, di ba, Mama Icon? Walang bilbil yan si Mama Icon.
It's crazy, but this is Lupin the third. After that little interview, Lupin finally decided to open the vault. But shockingly, there wasn't a single cent inside. All that was left was a note that read, "I took in 600 million in cash." And it was signed, Bonnie. Ishikawa immediately sensed something was wrong. He swung his sword at Bonnie, who was about to escape. As the disguise was ripped away,
Ang pinakahihintay, Mami Tess, may ads, 11 minutes. Miss Palengke Queen, 11 minutes and 30 seconds ads. Ayan, fully watch na si Chinita. 8 minutes and 48 seconds. Check mo na lang sa Comsec. Okay. Si Chinita! Sa wakas natapos ko na. Play na tayo ng iba.
Imagine this, during World War I, there are Canadian soldiers at the front. On the other side, German soldiers, for months, who have been able to reach them because they've already stayed hidden, use fake heads to bait your shots and mock, and perfectly dodge your grenades. Your ammo is found there, but because some soldiers have decided to go vegan, you now have plenty of supplies. So you come up with a plan to start throwing rations into their trenches. At first they panic, but then they realize it's you, and you keep doing it. Over time, they stop being afraid. They start trusting you. Sometimes they even shout back, asking when the next portion is coming. And now, your plan is ready. This time, you throw something else. But by the time they realize it's not food, it's already too late. Imagine this, during World War I.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Iconet.
This scientist steps on something
Kabsat na
because
Imelda.
apparently, his electromagnetic sprinkler machine has worked. But he suddenly realizes that the children who went missing for several days might have been shrunk by the machine. When he sees a broom, he immediately understands that the children could have been treated as trash and swept out. Wayne quickly grabs a magnifying glass and searches through the trash bags. He notices a hole at the bottom of one bag and guesses that the children have already thrown down, probably somewhere else. Fearing he might step on it, Wayne mounts stilts and wears binoculars, cautiously beginning to search. Just as he concentrates on
Thank you so much, Kabsat Nati.
the valve is turned open the next second.
Re-renew ko yung pagka-renewal na, yung membership ko po sa inyo. Fully watch, Kabsat Nati.
Wayne shuts off the switch, and everyone narrowly escapes the disaster. After the ordeal, the children are hungry and exhausted. They wring out their soaked clothes and
Naka-play ka lang, Kabsat Nati ha. Yung cellphone naman ng anak ko para, pero bakas, tamsak lang yun. Para bagong viewer ba. Kasi dito kasi sa Angel ko dito sa laptop, nakaano na, puro replay na lang.
Wayne upgrades his tools and recruits
Thank you so much.
but they find nothing. The children reach a cluster of pipes and exhausted, trying to spend the night there. The next morning, a huge dog face suddenly looms in front of them. It's the family dog fork. The children climb onto the fork. He runs wildly to the dining table, unexpectedly. Nick slips and falls into a bowl of Cheerios. The others follow along Fork's nose to climb onto the table, shouting to get Wayne's attention. But Wayne scoops a spoonful from his mouth. At the crucial moment, Fork bites him, and Wayne notices nothing is spoon. He then sees the other 3 children on the table. Later, Wayne uses a magnifying device to restore all the children to their normal size. Fork, rewarded for his heroic role, receives an oversized cookie. This scientist step, these 2 shrimp love each other very much, but suddenly their happiness turns into tragedy when a hunter captures a male shrimp. The female shrimp is devastated because she knows that her partner is about to be thrown on board. Just then, a waiter announces that there is an order for 2 shrimp. Hearing this, the shark traps the male shrimp under a pot and goes off. To save herself, the female shrimp
Yan, nasa ads pa, Mami Tess. Ito, kabsat natin. Cellphone. Ay, send ko na lang yung ano. Pero nag-play ako kanina kay Miss Beautiful. Pero replay na kasi. Kaya iba naman. Odol ka Memo, naka-play din po yung live mo. Maribik the Explorer playing. Mega love shoutout. Nakamute pala ako. Sorry. Brigada Eskwela, kabsat natin. Nakaplay ka dito.
Someone let me know, how can I find one of these? That looks so clean. I think bro just found a Power Ranger sword.
Thank you so much. Ano po, yan po ang angel ko, kabsat. Si Angelita. Siya ang messenger ko ngayon. Ididikit ko sa'yo yung pinang-play ko kung hindi pa nakadikit. Kabsat. Maribik. Pangtamsak 68, cosplay and singing at SM Kalamba. While naka-play pa rin si Kamemo, nakatambay kay Ma'am Iconet, tsaka si Will Deal, and of course, kabsat Imelda. Information World. Like done. Hi, Ins 28. Information World fully watch. Another video. Mahaba ang ads mo, kabsat natin. May ads siya. Malapit na rin ako mag-end, mga kapatid. Hanggang 3 hours lang po ako. 20 minutes na lang po tayo. Another play in your funny chicks. With ads, Information World. Mami Tess fully watch ito. 9 minutes and 23 seconds. Miss Palengke with long ads. Nasa ads pa rin. Nasa harang pa rin. Kabsat natin. Video 6 na po. Mami Tess, start na ng pageant. With ads tayo. Chinita, another play. Mag-set ka na kaya, Chinita. Para mas, then like po, wow, thank you so much. Maribik the Explorer. Ayan, natapos, kabsat natin. Another play, natapos itong Brigada Eskwela. Salamat, sweetheart, sa in-order mong makain. Mami Tess with ads. Naka-play pa, nakatambay pa rin. Information World, funny baby chicks. With ads, Information World, 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Yan, malulubat na. Malapit na tayo mag-end, mga kapatid. 15 minutes na lang. Ma'am Maribik, nandito pa rin tayo sa cosplay. Nasa gitna na po. Naka 6 minutes na po. Baby pa ang bahay mo, ano. Sige, ilipat kita sa ibang channel ko pagkatapos nito, no, Maribik. Ilipat-lipat kita para maidikit ko sa iyo yung iba. Dumikit ka kay ano. Ito, kabsat natin, Ma'am Maribik. Babait ito. Lagi siyang nagla-live every morning. Wag lang may brown out. Wag lang po. Walang inet siya. Every morning po siya nagla-live. Si yung nakapin, kabsat. Puntahan mo, every morning yan, nagpi-play. Magbakas ka lang po sa live niya, ay sa video niya. Another play, kabsat natin. Bakit nawala yung salamat, sweetheart? Nandito pa rin sa salamat, sweetheart. Thank you so much, everyone. Mami Tess, start na ng pageant, mahabang harang, 7 minutes and 37 seconds. Ang mid-roll.
She built that family tradition that happens every time someone gets a new phone.
Every family does when they get a new iPhone, Maxim is beautiful. Cool. Give me your 15. Cool. Give me your 14. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you so much po. Nandito pa rin tayo sa cosplay, Maribi. Kamaya mo, nakaplay pa rin yung 1 hour mo, mahigit. Sexy Chinita, mag-live ka na di. Para may kakulab kami. May ads pa rin, Mami Tess. 7 minutes and 37 seconds. Tapos na si Ma'am Alconet. Another ads, kabsat natin. Dildil is sharing her live. Kabsat Imelda nasa live din. Nanay Pepay, parking lang. Nanay Pepay, good evening. Opo, malapit na rin tayo mag-end mga kapatid. Saglit na lang ito. Thank you so much. Thank you po. Salamat po Nanay Pepay. Cosplay si Maribik. Nakatatapos na Maribik. Another play tayo. Okay, dito tayo. Opo nanay, pagdating ko kasi sinailant ko siya. Kasi natulog ako, masakit ang ulo ko. Kasi sa stress. Okay, let's go Maribik the Explorer. Dito tayo sa harang kabsat natin, mute natin ha.
Oh my Lord.
Kabsat, Imelda nakatambay lamang po. Malapit natin mag-end mga kapatid. Naka 3 hours na tayo. Sobrahan ko lang para ano, kung umusod man siya. Lagyan lang ng tawas yan. Matatanggal. O kaya asin, pero masakit. Information world. O another ads, Ma'am Nati. Kabsat natin. Ay, naidikit ko naman na pala ito sa'yo. Maribik the Explorer. Baka naidikit ko na lahat ng ano ko, ninja ko. Another play, Information World. Naka-silent lang po kanina. Naka-silent lang po kanina. Kasi masakit ulo natin. Ay, naku, kabsat natin. Hirap may anak ka na. Ay, ang hirap may anak. Makaka-stress. I-guide mo na sila. Ayaw pa. Itnagak Mix TV. Good evening. Itnagak Mix TV, mag-play tayo. Information World with ads in your video. 1 minute and 35 seconds ads in your video entitled Eid Ul Adha Vlog.
The most powerful daily prayer for each eye and before meditation, which is the
Let's go to you, Itnagak Mix TV.
What's this?
Should we call a doctor?
Ito po, Itnagak Mix TV.
Don't do these things. When you enter this restaurant in Japan, fish will tickle your feet. When you feed them, all the fish will gather around your feet, but never go to the toilet. The fish will be watching you. Don't
Ito muna kita i-play, Itnagak Mix TV. Balik ko kasi ano. I-play ko kasi ng live video ni Kabsat Inal.
convenience store and mix them together. It may taste good at first, but after a few hours, you'll be running to the toilet. Don't do these things in Japan.
Wait, why is the border outside? Every time you piss me, the border will expand? That's disgusting.
Bumtek, Disco Remix. Kabsat, Itnagak Mix TV with ads ito. Yan, Disco Remix.
Wait, why is the border outside? Have a name?
Another play, Kabsat natin. At tapos ang salamat with sweet heart sa binili in order mong makain. Another play. Kain po tayo, mangga ang tawag. Mangga Coco. Ayan. Kabsat natin latest with ads. Naka-played na Itnagak Mix TV, Disco Remix, Boomtek. Still in the live video of Nanay Pepay, Will Deal, Inelda Dumlao.
But that's only because it takes time for the gas to accumulate in his body. So not only does he now have to hold his breath for the whole entire time, but he's also about to live the worst moment of his life.
Ano ba yun? Sarap ng mangga ah. Kumain nga ako kanina nitong mangga, Kabsat na. Mamitas natapos na start ng pageant. Antibiotic yun, erythromycin. Raymond, good evening. Ano po ang main channel mo? Tito Apple, good evening. Mag-play po tayo sa iyo, Tito Apple. Nakita mo po yung plinay kong live video mo, Tito Apple. Malapit na rin tayo mag-end, mga kapatid. Kaya. Okay. 7 minutes takoyaki, soya beans. Idol Kamemo, still playing with harang tayo, Tito Apple. Mamaya ko bakasan yun, Idol Kamemo. Ito, Disco Boom Tech, kabsatit na Next TV, naka-play. Sarap ng mangga ni kabsat natin, tamsak kabsat. Information World, 8 minutes, play. Tito Apple naka-play po. Kabsat natin naka-play. Si Nani Pepper naka-play. Will Deal. Itnagat Next TV. Maridip the Explorer still playing. Pasok kita uli dito, kabsat Chinita. Sige, ma'am, I connect. Thank you so much. Nakatambay pa rin po.
goes to the same
Maganda naman
player,
to sila
meaning
eh.
every +4 wins can be redeemed. Take all +4 cards.
For years, this
Pinulutan ka pa na
85-year-old
kanina,
grandma has been working at a
Adrian.
tiny ice cream stand in Japan, handing out ice cream cones. But one day, her story suddenly went viral when people noticed her eyesight was fading and her swirls never came out easy. Instead of laughing, thousands were touched and began tapping into music. They came less for the ice cream and more for the light in her smile. And everyone still lines up.
Ito pa rin, may kabsat. Itnyaga. Uy, another ads, kabsat natin. Dagdagan ko, play mo ha, kabsat natin, tapos send ko na lang sa'yo. Kasi walang bakas yun. Naka-play pa rin, itnyaga next TV. Kami mo, naka-play.
If you're in a dangerous bathroom and need to poop, always keep one foot out of your pants. If someone comes to attack you, you'll be able to stand up and defend yourself. If you are in a museum and a piece of art falls near you, don't try to put it back in place even if it looks intact. It might break as soon as you touch it, and you'll have to pay for it. If you are in another country and are going to eat a meat at a street market, always ask what kind of meat it is. They might have different customs, and you might not like it. If you are going through a metal detector and forget you have metal
Ito, Apple still here, playing 7 minutes.
won't scare the security guard. If you are in a
Takoyaki, tamsak 19.
Specifically designed to keep them alive. The circular shape allows the tuna to swim continuously without ever hitting a wall or having to stop. Unlike most fish, tunas keep swimming without ever taking breaks in order to push water over the fin. If they stop for too long, they instantly suffocate. But even when they're breathing, they detect the moving
Welcome po, kabsat ito Apple.
This aquarium for tuna.
The three girls wanted to test whether Starbucks would give free coffee in return for cups. So they went inside with their mini cups and asked if they could get free coffee. A staff member came, poured coffee into one cup, and then evenly filled all three mini cups, saying, "Here's your free coffee." But the girls weren't satisfied yet. They asked for some bubbles too, and the staff added foam to all three cups with a spoon. Just like that, their mini coffee shops were ready.
Thank you so much po. 6 minutes na lang para 20 seconds, ay 20 minutes ang kanyang sobrang 6 minutes na lang. Oh, tama. 9:15, mag-end tayo 9:15. You'll still here in your life.
This is how Final Destination Bloodlines was actually made. Starting with Julia's garbage compactor, they constructed a detailed truck interior with rigged crush. As your head passed through, hidden rods would retract, and they didn't use a reel on. They used a fake one to make it look realistic. For Eric's MRI test, Richard Carter was positioned inside the machine while his stud double stayed hidden beneath. They combined both performances to create the illusion of a single body being pulled apart. And for the fire scene at the Sky Restaurant, he was the largest stunt performer ever in fire scene. Yvette Ferguson performed a full body burn at age 71. This is how Final Destination Bloodlines was actually made. Starting with Julia's garbage compactor, they
Ranking funniest insect traps. No exit available. Subscribe before visit can go fast. Ranking. Never remove this layer from a brand new TV because you might damage the whole display. Many people think it is only a protective plastic sheet that should be taken off after opening the box, but that is not always true. Some televisions have a layer that is actually an important part of the screen. If you peel it away, the display can suddenly turn completely white. That's because you are removing the polarizing layer that allows the images to appear properly on the screen. If you have a TV at home, like and subscribe.
Sabi kasi ni Tokbuki, pinulutan mo si Arya kanina.
This woman got into an awkward situation on the channel because when she was climbing up this rope and reached the top, she decided to finish with her own pole. However, she is unaware that she accidentally dislodged the rope from the hook on the ceiling and is left hanging several meters above the ground with no clue how to get down or any of herself. But luckily, she wasn't alone. Her family
Totoo yan. Kabsat natin, ads yun. Harang yun. 3 minutes na lang mga kapatid, 3 minutes. Ito pa rin tayo, will deal. Malapit na ito, +1 subscriber, Itnagat Mix TV. Ayan, fully watch na. Maribit the Explorer. Sexy Chinita, ikaw naman. Two minutes na lang, mga kapatid. 2 minutes. Nasa ads pa rin, kabsat natin. Special number, Sexy Chinita. Ito yung ka-upload mo 10 hours ago. May harang, Sexy Chinita, 1 minute. When the boy's pupils began to shrink, he gained the ability to deceive anyone. Out of nowhere, he appeared to create a handgun, immediately pulled the trigger. The woman instantly clutched her stomach as blood seemed to pour out. But in reality, Ian had only formed a gun shape with fingers. He had never even touched her. The woman was not injured at all. He then walked into a bank, handed over a check. The teller had no reason to doubt it, gave him the cash right away. But shortly after he left, the teller suddenly realized the check had turned into
Fully watch information world. This is 8 minutes.
but it was already too late. Ian had already jumped into his partner's car and escaped. However, the police were right behind him. Looking through the rearview mirror, he used his power once again. The next second, the officer saw a massive hailstorm falling from the sky. The road instantly descended.
Let's go to Tito Apple, another play kasi mag-end na tayo.
But this was also
Naka-play pa yung isa, Tito Apple. Ito naman, another play.
she came to Ian's house.
Naka-play pa yung isa mo. Dun sa kabila. Ito naman, another play.
At that moment, a truck driver ahead suddenly saw a woman pushing a baby stroller across the road. He slammed on the brakes, triggering a chain reaction crash. The driver quickly asked the woman for instructions, but she told him to keep driving straight through.
Dito tayo sa 23 minutes. Tito Apple. Idol ka, Memo. Oh, thank you so much. Ayan, mag-end na tayo mga kapatid. Tito Apple, playing po yung night driving. 23 minutes. Sexy Chinita, naka-play yung latest. Video to ito, Tito Apple. Idol ka, Memo. Naka-play lamang po yung live. Kabsat. Nanay Pepay, naka-play yung 5 hours mo pa. Di pa tapos, pero malapit na. Thank you po. Good night na po. 10 amazing friends. God bless us all. Bye.